Should I start whenever?
Whenever. It's recording, baby.
Alright. Welcome to the newest wrestling podcast you should be listening to here on YouTube. This is Strunk. I'm Ferdy. Are we calling you Strunk or
Strunk's
Mike?
good. We'll do Strunk.
We'll do Strunk. Follow us at Twitter at Kayfabe Experience. Follow me on Twitter at FatFingerFerdy and him at MMStrunk.
We'll figure this out. Alright guys, so today we're going to go over our Rumble predictions. First we're going to introduce ourselves, tell you a little bit about our wrestling background, some of our favorites, how long we've been watching, that kind of thing, real quick. And then we're going to do a Rumble prediction and maybe our road to Wrestlemania, some matches that we think we might get to see in New Orleans. While we're doing that, we're going to throw on WWE 2K18 in the background. We simulated a Rumble. We have all of the known participants loaded up, and we also have a lot of the participants that we assume might be in it. A couple of flyers in there, but we'll see what happens.
Far-fetched ones.
So a couple, maybe one or two. But it's the men's one. So we'll go. We'll hit that, and then we can get started. Ferdy, how long you been watching wrestling?
Man, probably for at least 15 years. I didn't start when I was like 3, like most of the people.
You didn't start the match either, so.
Well, that's fine. But I've been watching for as long as I can remember anyways. Attitude Era, obviously, I think everyone's favorite era. My favorite wrestlers are definitely, of all time, probably Stone Cold and The Rock, pretty much like everyone else. I just went to my first live event maybe a year ago, which has only made me want to get more into it.
Your first live event was WrestleMania?
No, it was Raw before WrestleMania.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then I went to WrestleMania, which...
That sucks you in.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, once you've been to a Mania, it's...
The only weird thing is going to a live event is not hearing commentary.
Yeah. When I went to WrestleMania 28, and we had these little earbuds that I don't think they do anymore, but it basically allowed us to hear the commentary live, which was phenomenal.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's cool. I've been watching wrestling since I can remember. My dad, Saturdays in the morning, would watch it. A lot of WCW stuff. A lot of WWF back in the day too. Undertaker was my favorite by far growing up.
Still amazing.
Still good. But I've watched a lot. I've went to a lot of live events. I used to go to a bunch of when they tape Raw, 4 Raws in a row, so you wouldn't have to watch for the entire month.
You knew it was coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they do NXT now.
Right. They'd wrestle 3 times a night, and it was pretty cool. And I have some fun interactions with some wrestlers and some experiences that we'll share in later podcasts. But longtime fan.
I think me and you definitely just got back into it for the last maybe 3-4 years. I think there's a period of time I didn't watch between maybe 2007 to 2013. I think is when I got back into it.
Sounds about right. I got back in 2012, right before 2012, because Mania was in Miami, and my dad was a longtime Undertaker fan and the Hell in a Cell match. So once we figured out that was there, we got tickets and went, and I've been watching again ever since.
All right.
So.
Oh, we got Bobby Roode coming out first, it looks like.
Yep.
And it is glorious.
It is glorious. He's the U.S. champ. I don't know if he's going to be on there. But that leads us to the pre-show for the Royal Rumble, which includes 2 matches that probably don't matter. And then the third match, which is Bobby Roode's glorious U.S. Open Challenge.
Question is it going to be glorious or is it going to be boring? Because
most of Roode's matches are boring.
I think the surprise entry is going to be very boring.
All right, well let's start there then. Who do you think is going to answer the Open Challenge?
Jinder Mahal. It's going to be another boring match between him and Bobby Roode, the fake Triple H, Bobby Roode. He puts on boring matches, and so does Jinder Mahal. So.
I agree. I think it's going to be Ziggler. I know there's been a lot of rumors about Ziggler being in the Rumble and possibly even winning the Rumble, but
please no.
Right, I don't want to win the Rumble. So I think we're just going to see Ziggler show up here. And I think Roode's going to retain.
Yeah.
Or maybe Ziggler gets disqualified. Either way, I think Roode retains here. And I hope that even though on our screen we have Roode coming out, I hope we don't see either one of them in the Rumble.
Especially Jinder.
Well, I think we're going to see Jinder in the Rumble for sure, and I think Jinder has a strong showing at the Rumble. I don't think he wins by any stretch, but I think he does have a strong showing.
Yeah.
But we can get that to later. So, yeah, that's going to kick off the Rumble.
What we did with our predictions actually is we put points behind them. There's 7 matches, and we put basically like confidence points in it, 1 through 7. Obviously, there's 7 matches, so I actually have 6 confidence points that Rude's gonna, retain, and you have 7, so you're the most confident.
Yeah, that's out of all. We listed 7 different matches from this match and then the main Rumble card. So 7 through 1 as far as confidence level, and I'm most confident that Rude's retaining here. I don't see him losing.
After that match, we have Chad, and Gable versus.
He's so willing.
With Uso?
The Usos versus Usos.
He is willing.
DUI specialist 101.
It's 2 out of 3.
It is 2 out of 3 falls.
So,
obviously they're gonna both get a quick fall. I don't think there's ever a different formula for that.
They're gonna get to walk into the Uso penitentiary.
Yeah, well. Number 2 on our screen. If you're listening on iTunes, John Cena is coming out number 2. He's gonna be the Iron Man tonight, I think.
You think?
I don't know. In this,
no
maybe.
Way.
Anyways, back to the match. Who do you got winning that match?
This is probably the only title change I think I have. Chad and Shelton. There's nothing else for them to do. If they win, then they have plenty to do. If they lose, who are the Usos going to face? Or who? I mean, there's no one. They've cleaned out the division.
Right. I think it's a magnitude of things. I think I also have Chad and Shelton winning. I think that the tag team division is still pretty repetitive on SmackDown, but I think taking the belts off the Usos, even if it is a slap on the hands to the Usos.
Well, here's the thing. I think they're going to be short-lived champions.
I agree.
I think with Eric and...
I would like to see the Bludgeon Brothers.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're going to come
demolish them,
and they're going to demolish them, and then they can have the belts. Right. Whether that's the road to WrestleMania path they go. Right. I think the Usos, you can do so many other things without belts on. Now that they're so over, I feel like. So I mean, I think it's going to be the only title change, but we'll see.
I agree. And the weird thing is, though, Chad and Shelton have been really booked as heels, and if you want the Bludgeon Brothers to go after them, the Usos are kind of those tweeners right now where.
But I don't think the Bludgeon Brothers are heels or faces. They're in that, like, everyone cheers for them, kinda.
Right. That makes sense.
Kind of like the Usos. They're definitely not faces.
Right. I gotcha.
But they're kind of heels. So.
I gotcha. All right, so on our 1 to 7 scale, I put this as Chad and Shelton taking the belts as a 6. So this
6 is high.
This is high for a title change, especially. But I'm pretty confident that the Usos are not going to retain here.
I put a 3 because it's 50-50 for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think it's going to happen, but we'll see.
Fair. Our next match that we have on the card is The Bar versus Seth Rollins and Chad Gable's former partner, Jason Jordan.
He's so good.
He is so good.
Actually, so good. I don't know why people hate him. He's
no,
good.
That's the thing, though. I do hate him. I hate him. But I know how good he is.
He's so good because hate him.
He's doing his job.
He's doing his job.
Yeah, absolutely. As long as they continue to make him a heel.
I just don't want him versus Kurt Angle at Mania, but I just keep developing that story.
We'll talk about our road to WrestleMania later, because I'm actually super disappointed. My prediction for a long time has not come true on this. So, but as far as The Bar versus Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan, how good has The Bar been?
They've been probably last year. I know it's a new year. They're besides the Usos, the best. Their 7 best of 7 match was amazing.
I remember complaining so much about them. Oh, they're just throwing him in a tag team. They're wasting Cesaro. Sheamus, but still,
they're still wasting Cesaro.
Yeah, sure,
he's so good.
He is so good, but at the same time, I think they're making the best of a weird situation with what's going on in the company right now.
And the bar, man, like the whole.
Yeah.
We don't raise the bar. We are the bar. I didn't wear. I never thought I would buy a Sheamus shirt in my life.
That's true.
But
he had a really cool Celtic Warrior shirt.
But his whole character's dumb.
Yeah.
The thing when he had the beard with the little. What do you?
I'm working on that, bro. I'm gonna braid him up right. No, I'm just kidding.
You're gonna be Kratos and Sheamus for Halloween next.
All right, so we actually differ in opinions here. I am gonna be Kratos. We actually differ in opinions here. I actually have the Bar taking the belts on them And I think my explanation for that will be explained a little bit better later on when we talk about our road to WrestleMania. I don't think there's a way that Seth Rollins is going to be a tag team champion with Jason Jordan going into Mania. So I think the bar takes it here. I think they find some new challengers. And we go from there. So, and I have that as a 4 on my confidence meter, which, again, that's pretty high for a title change. But I really think the bar gets the belts back here. You?
I went opposite, obviously. Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan are going to keep the belts. I mean, there's no... the bar's already had it, 3 times?
2 or 3, yeah.
Who are they going to face? There's no... Unless less Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy do the whole broken Brother Nero, there's no one else I feel like they're going to face. I have a 4 confidence. I think we both tied on that. But I think they're going to keep the belts, and they're going to keep feuding and keep building that, I'm going to wear the belt around everywhere, and Seth's going to do the big brother thing all the way till Mania. They might lose it before Mania.
All right, well, we got time. Let's sidetrack here for a minute. So let's say they are the tag team champs after Rumble, and you just mentioned that Jason Jordan possibly having a match with Kurt Angle. How do you put Jason Jordan, or how do you involve Kurt Angle if he's involved in a tag storyline with Seth Rollins?
Well, easy, because there's nothing else for Seth Rollins to do anyways. I mean, what are they going to do?
There is. You could do Elias. You could do Balor if he's not in the championship match. You could do The Miz. I think The Miz would be a high-profile match for Rollins at this point.
Maybe.
There's a lot of things he can do, but I don't think keeping him with Jason Jordan is top priority right now.
I think when Dean got hurt, they didn't know what to do. They threw this together, and I think they're going to go with what they're going with right now, the whole Big Brother thing, and they will have... I do think that it will be Seth Rollins versus him at Mania, although I do think that
Seth Rollins versus Jason Jordan at Mania?
Yep, which probably none of us want to watch, but it could be him and Angle, but there's nothing else for
maybe
Seth Rollins
Angle refs that match or something?
Yeah. No, that's a waste, because he
should wrestle, right?
Yeah, we all want to see that.
Oh, sorry. So. I out there. All right, well, we got some different opinions there, and we'll continue the trend with different opinions. I'm not going to give away who yet, but the next match is Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus AJ.
This is going to be the best match of the night.
Yeah, I can agree. Let's first talk about how do you feel about Sami and Kevin? I almost said Cammy, and I apologize because I'll get to how much I hate that.
You don't like Sami Zayn anyway, so.
Wait, let's get how do you feel about Sami and Kevin, the pairing?
I love it. I think they're still doing like the Chris Jericho thing last year, where like best friends. But this works because they actually are, and they've done the feud before. I think that they're not going to win because I don't think you're going to disrespect a title and make a co-champion. It blows my mind that they would actually do that, and I know you have a reasoning behind it.
I do.
But first of all, AJ Styles, he's phenomenal.
Right.
He's probably the greatest wrestler in the world, arguably.
Better heel or face?
He's better heel, 100%.
Okay.
But they don't have anyone for SmackDown to be a face right now.
That's true.
I mean, there's literally no one besides AJ Styles. Unless you're going to put Cena, and no one wants to see that stuff anyway.
Right. Good all right, so the Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens pairing, and before the Sami Zayn haters jump all over my Twitter, for the 7 that probably watched this episode.
So good.
Look, I like Sami Zayn. I've never seen him, nor do I ever see him as a top talent.
Let me ask you this real quick: do you like him as a heel? Because I love him.
Oh, he's 100 times better.
I love him as a heel.
He's 100 times better. You know what?
As a face.
If they did, because they've ruined Bayley. So
yes and no. But I'm gonna get to that later.
But I think that the comparison I want to make there is he is a better heel than he is a face, but he plays the underdog character better than anyone too. So it's hard, him in this position. But anyways, I think AJ is obviously the best thing on SmackDown besides probably Kevin Owens.
It's the house that AJ Styles built for a reason.
It's the Undertaker's yard there.
Yeah, one promo and never come back.
Anyways, I think I have Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens winning this match, and the reason why is because we've heard for over a month now, and there's even collateral out that shows that the main event at Fastlane, which is the pay-per-view before Mania, has AJ, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura in a fatal 5-way match. So my theory is that they're going to do a co-champion thing. Shane is going to say this isn't going to work, and they're going to put them all in, and that way one person pins and one person's the champion. So that also, in my opinion, for me, eliminates the 5 of them for winning the Rumble. Obviously, AJ's not winning the Rumble. If KO and Sammy happen to get in, or either vice versa, I think none of them guys are winning.
Yeah, we'll see. I won't be mad if they win. I just don't see it happening. I just don't think it's like a cool angle on the road to WrestleMania. You're gonna have a co-champion. Just blows my mind. Well, I could see that like any other time of the year.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I don't know.
So you're pretty confident AJ's winning. You got a 5.
Oh, he's all day.
This is a big gamble on me, so I have this one at 3, which makes sense.
Well,
we'll see.
The next one though is going to be the most boring match of the night. Lesnar versus Kane versus Strowman.
I don't know, man. Nothing Strowman does anymore is boring.
I love Strowman.
I'm excited.
This is the year of Strowman. Remember I said that? It is the year. They don't even need to put a belt on this man. He's so good. Yeah. They need to keep doing these over the crazy top angles. I don't know how they're going to keep doing it. He's lifting trucks and tearing down sets, and I don't know, maybe he pulls the moon with a rope one point.
There's grappling hooks in the back, so they can.
If there's not a grappling hook tonight, I'm going to be super upset.
You just lasso that bitch right down. Yeah, so we're both in agreement here that Lesnar's probably going to walk away champ. I think both of us want Strowman to walk away champ, but for different reasons. But I think that we all know the plans going into Mania is going to be Roman and Lesnar. I don't know how they get there. I hope they don't get there the old-fashioned way, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But I think we both have Lesnar winning. Ferdy put this as his most confident match. He has a 7 on this bad boy.
I just don't think there's any way Lesnar drops that belt before me.
And that's fair. And I got it as a 5. In retrospect, when we did our picks, I would probably put that as my 6 and the Chad and Shelton as my 5. But I want to be a little different.
Here's my question: They obviously put Kane in the match to take the win. Whether it will be
either way,
whether it be
right?
Lesnar.
Correct.
But how crazy would it be if Kane won that match? Because he's one of the top selling merch people still.
Yeah.
He's running for mayor or governor or whatever he's running for. And they give him a giant push, and they can still have a Reigns versus a Lesnar match. They can still put Strowman versus pretty much anybody, and I'll watch it.
Yeah, I mean,
he's never headlined WrestleMania. Am I correct?
No,
could
he's
be
not.
totally wrong.
He has not. And there was a period in the past where I thought they were going to push him again. And I've always said, him or Show or Big Show, that is like someone like that could be.
They deserve it.
He
He
deserve it.
I think
their time is well past, and I don't think we're going to see it. Good for Kane to get in this main event.
As long as they change his mask back to the old one.
Oh, I would love it. I would love to see.
I don't know what the hell this whole thing.
I would love to see him old school King come out. I was hoping at Raw 25, which
side thing. What's one crazy thing that Strowman is going to be doing in this match? Because is it going to be a grappling hook, or is it going to be tables, or what do you think? There's got to be some type of angle. These are 3 big men that, besides Strowman, because he is very athletic, are very slow wrestling, boring. I feel like paced matches. They're going to have some big spots.
So in my opinion, it's going to be a big spot that puts Lesnar, and yes, it's been done before, but puts Lesnar somewhat out of commission for a while. Lets Kane and Strowman beat up on each other, whatever, and then Lesnar comes back, cleans house, and defends Kane. I don't know what that spot can be at this point.
At least both the announce tables. They have 2 by the ring. They're both getting broken.
Well, we know our picks, and that's okay. All right, let's say this. When do you think the women's rumble takes place?
First.
So we think it kicks off the show.
I think they should leave it last because
I agree. I know either way.
But,
I agree.
I think it'll be like oh look, we're gonna kick off the match with the rumble.
I think that makes sense, and let it cool off. The rumble style cool off. Let's have some matches.
But here's the only thing I say. I don't know if they will do it because you don't want to start off the show with a bang.
Right.
So a rumble, as great as they are, they're 30 minutes, 45 minutes. They're actually an hour, aren't they? They're technically an hour.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's gonna be. I feel like if anything, they should have like a tag match.
I mean, Chad and Shelton versus Usos.
That's hot match. This should be phenomenal.
It's gonna be fast paced, if anything.
But
It's 2 and 3 falls. I think
There's
2
no-
and 3 falls is such a killer.
There's no way they're gonna do a back-to-back rumble.
I agree.
But we'll see. I think they're gonna kick it off. I think they should have it in the middle. I think they should have 1 or 2 matches, then the women's rumble,
She is way
She's
better.
kind of
You're absolutely right. So she should be heel and Becky should be face.
But a Becky heel just seems
Sounds cool.
awesome.
Sounds fantastic.
Sounds fantastic.
But I don't know if we'll get that. Either way, I do think that I think Becky. I think they give it to her. God, there's gonna be so many call-ups for this and so many comebacks. You got any? Got one or two?
I think you're gonna see Lita. Lita's easy.
I can agree with Lita. I think Michelle McCool is gonna be in it. She's actually expressed interest. Same with Beth Phoenix.
Beth Phoenix, because the women that didn't show up for the 25th anniversary,
Sure.
I think instantly Beth Phoenix.
Sure.
Lita. I thought maybe Trish, but I don't know if she's gonna. I don't know if she wants
She
to.
wants to. Yeah.
I just don't think she has any desire to get
Right.
ready.
Right.
There's
Any new signings?
all right. So
Karma,
let's
no, nothing.
let's get into the Ronda Rousey.
Oh yeah.
Neither of us have picked her to win, and neither of us don't think she's gonna be. I think, right? You don't
Yeah,
think she's
I'm
there?
on the. I'll be pleasantly shocked.
I hope she's there. I don't know. I don't honestly don't know your opinion on this, but I want her.
I
to
do
come out
too.
and win. I
I
think
don't know if I want her to win.
I want her to win. I want her to face Charlotte because I think that would be a great match.
Yeah.
I know that she hasn't been wrestling for long, like Rousey. Who knows if she's even been training? There's rumors that she's been training for the last 6 months. Is there? I don't know what. I think Ronda Rousey is athletic enough to put on a good match, and Charlotte can carry her, and it will be actually a decent match.
It'll be fun.
I'm not saying it's gonna be the best match.
I agree with
but
that. For those of you who don't know, the rumors have been swirling that she's going to be there. It was recently released by TMZ that there was a video of her in an airport, and she said she was on her way to Colombia
for her new movie.
And as of today, she actually Instagrammed some photos of her in Colombia, or on the set. Now, I guess you could take those pictures anywhere; they could be old, whatever. But I mean,
She can
if
still
she's
travel.
Is she going that hard to give us the Kayfabe experience?
I hope so. If
know.
she comes out tomorrow, I'll be a little
yeah.
girl and I'll be jumping up because
Sure.
I loved her in the UFC and I loved her in the WWE.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that they treat her like a Brock Lesnar.
I agree, and I think the lack of surprises in the men's rumble, we need
That's
this. We need conversation for the day after for SportsCenter and
That's
and
the thing.
mainstream media.
She's mainstream, man.
Right.
She will get all the headlines.
Does she need the rumble to be mainstream?
They can still they can still do it later. And
Look,
still
Roman
get
Reigns draws 26 in a random surprise.
so that's interesting.
This is the second time we've done this, guys. Earlier he was 27. So.
Even in the game, he's over.
Right.
So.
Anyway, so I got Becky. He has Bailey. The women's match we have as a 2 and the men's is a 1 because as far as our rankings for points are concerned, because who knows? It's the WWE. Anything can happen.
Let's get into that.
Let's get into the men's rumble.
Speaking of Roman.
Oh, look at that. He just eliminated somebody. It's his yard.
No. It's unfortunately his yard.
All right, I'll get on set, guys. This man picked Roman to win. What the hell are we doing here?
Why?
That's right. I'm done.
Why? I think we all said when he won the year of, what, 2 years ago, was it?
Yeah.
We're like, no, we're done watching wrestling.
Right.
No, sit here and watch this again. And he will win this year because it makes the most sense. Not because I want him to win. I wish he would come in first and get knocked out second, but we know that's not going to happen. He's going to win because it makes the most sense.
Okay, because so it makes the most sense in the fact that it
He's gonna
sets him
face
and Lesnar up easily, because we know that's the thing. I can see him winning because there's been complaints that the Rumble winner hasn't headlined WrestleMania, particularly last year with Orton and Wyatt. So I think having him win to set up the true. Oh look, Daniel Bryan, number 28, baby.
I almost went with Daniel Bryan, and I know I'm probably the only person in this entire world that thinks he will be.
He's crazy.
I really think he's going to be. I hope I am.
If he's in it, he has to win it. But anyways, I think that
right here, this is what needs to happen. See this?
Yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Oh, get him! I know for the YouTube or the iTunes guys, this isn't as fun as it is here. Oh, Seth. Anyways, making Roman win and face Lesnar because we know that's going to be the true. That's going to be the final match at Mania. Doesn't mean it's whatever.
Roman holding the belt up at the end,
right?
And
So
the fireworks go off.
But with that being said, I think that the winner of the Rumble versus the champion necessarily doesn't have to go on last, like we saw last year. And I personally think that Finn Balor is going to win the Rumble.
He should and deserves it.
And I think that he challenges the winner of the Fatal 5-Way that we see at Fastlane, which I hope is either AJ or
you have him
Nakamura.
going to SmackDown.
I have him challenging the SmackDown champion 100%.
Okay. Does the Balor
Yes.
Club come with him?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And I think they might even show up
To help him
before. No. The Balor Club. Ty Dillon could come out 30. That's wrong. They could show up before, like invade SmackDown, kind of, but Balor not be there. So they could maybe attack AJ or Kevin or whatever.
I love the idea because him and AJ
or Nakamura or any of them guys really. Finn Balor against anyone in that match except Randy Orton is fantastic. I believe we actually have a guest here. You know what? I can just bring him in.
Yeah. So we're almost done. So
we're almost done. Can you tell him to sit outside for a second?
Yeah. So
you guys hear that dog barking? I apologize.
That's his horse. It's not a dog. It's actually a horse. He weighs 160 pounds.
Something like that. It's a great game.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get him up here eventually. But all right, real quick. Yes or no on appearances? Undertaker.
No.
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 Oh, now I'm speechless. I had others in mind, but I'm just shocked he said no to that.
No. I think I do think he is going to wrestle at WrestleMania, but I think they hold him off at the Rumble. They don't need him at the Rumble, especially if Roman wins.
That's fair. All right, Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan, yes.
Wrestling capacity?
Yes, he comes in. He wins the Rumble. I want him to win the Rumble. I think Roman's going to win it.
All right.
And then that sets up him versus pretty much anybody. Who cares? Like, anyone versus Bryan is what I want to see.
I agree.
But who do you want? You want Balor to win?
I want Balor to win. I think he's going to win. Okay. So I'm on the Balor train right now. I'm with the Balor Club.
Well,
so
we will find out, sir.
We'll find out. We're going to try to see who wins this Rumble. Apollo Crews showing his impressive stature here. Final two, if you're not watching and you're just listening, it's Seth Rollins and Apollo Crews.
Seth Rollins. I wish he would win the Rumble.
While this finishes up, we're going to try to do a podcast weekly, probably Wednesdays. Could possibly be Thursdays. We'll keep you informed if you follow us on Twitter at KF Experience. That stands for Kayfabe Experience. That's on Twitter. I'm MM Strunk. This is Fat Finger Ferdy.
I got them hands.
We're gonna watch Seth Rollins eliminate right here. Oh, come on. This is going too long, guys.
It's okay.
And Seth Rollins is the winner.
All right.
I can see it. It's on paper, guys.
Him versus Lesnar.
No. Him versus AJ Styles.
All right, guys.
Hey, thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next week.